Welcome back to Esencia, a Latina wellness podcast. I'm your host, Katherine Castro, and here we delve into the secrets of well-being and personal growth. And in today's episodes, I'm thrilled to be joined by a very special guest, Lindsay Scola, a renowned sleep expert and writer of Rest Assured, a popular newsletter at the intersection of sleep and showing up as your best self. So, whether you struggle to fall asleep or simply want to enhance your nightly routine, like I do, this episode is for you. So grab your favorite cozy blanket and join in on the show with my guest, Lindsay Scola. So nice to have you here, Lindsay.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
I'm so glad we made this happen. You tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you get involved in this fascinating world of sleep?
Well, I started out with the exact opposite take on it. I thought that sleep was the antagonist of my productivity.
Really?
I wanted to do all the things. I wanted to be on all the places. And, that myth that we grew up with in the 90s that, highly successful people wake up at 5 a.m. and only sleep for 4 hours. I was like, oh, well, if I want to be successful, those are the things that you do.
Right.
And so I actually thought of this thing that I had to do, because I definitely need more than 4 hours, as all of us do, that made me sort of weak. And it was years and years of feeling like I wasn't as smart as everyone around me, that I wasn't as ambitious as everyone around me, that I realized that I had narcolepsy when I was 35. And the day that I learned that I had narcolepsy, I didn't just learn that I had a sleep disorder. I learned I didn't know anything about sleep.
Wow.
And I'm not alone in that. Most people don't know anything about sleep. But when we look at the vital things that we need in our world, eating, breathing, water, sleep is just as important. And so now I want to make sure that everybody understands that message.
You just launched Sleep is a Power Move. What is this?
So this is my first online course. I've been working with executives and leaders of big companies and people in politics, and I really wanted to bring this to everyone. And so Sleep is a Power Move is a opportunity for you to learn not just what sleep is, but what your best schedule is. All of us are sort of pre-programmed with what works best for us, whether we're an early morning person or a night owl. So learning how to set up your best schedule, how to prioritize your rest, like with actual language that you can use to make sure that people around you understand what you're doing, how to set your own sleep blueprint so you know what makes you excited to go to sleep at night, tricks to get yourself back to sleep when you do wake up at night, because all of us do. And then if there is a sleep disturbance, how to identify that, and then how to seek treatment.
What are the most common misconceptions around sleeping that you've encountered?
That it's a luxury, that we sleep when we have time to sleep, because we've got all of these things that we need to do. And so we think that sleep is the backplate thing. We'll sleep when we have time for. And we would never say, oh my God, I've got this big project at work. I am not going to breathe for the next 2 weeks. You might feel like you can't breathe, but you are absolutely breathing. And so people think that they can reserve sleep for when they have time. But when we're sleeping the way that we should, that's when our memory gets consolidated. I wish I could go back to college and tell myself, don't pull an all-nighter. Once you learn the thing, go to sleep. Because if you sleep on it, literally, you're going to remember it better. It's where our immune system gets calibrated.
Yes.
So if you are dealing with any sort of illness, chronic or not, sleep is how you're going to be your best self in terms of your health. This is where our brain literally takes out the trash. So all day long, we're getting chemicals filled up in our brain, and we need an opportunity to sweep those out. And when people aren't getting sleep, when we have chronic sleep deprivation, we also see a correlation with neurodegenerative disorders over time. And so it's really this very critical step, whether you're someone who thinks you need the sleep or not, we all absolutely need the sleep. The majority of humans need between 7 and 9 hours a night.
Yeah, I mean, and I can talk about my own experience. Before I knew I had an autoimmune, one of the first things that was out of balance was my sleep schedule.
Yeah.
It got to a point where I barely slept. Sometimes I slept 3 hours in one night. Sometimes I only slept 1 hour. But what I find now, when I started prioritizing my sleep, is when I started slowly healing. And now, if I can't sleep for whatever reason, stress, anxiety, or things happening in life, when I don't get enough sleep, immediately I get sick. Is this something that you see
Absolutely,
often?
because your immune system is functioning while you're sleeping. It doesn't happen during the day, it's happening while you're sleeping. And here's the thing for all of us, is that we all wake up for different reasons. It doesn't matter if you're stressed, good or bad. Stress shows up the same way if you've got a tough work situation or you're getting married. So our brains, biologically, were programmed to wake up if there was a threat. So if the lions were coming into the cave, we needed to be able to get away from the lions.
Right.
So fast forward, these lions are now work deadlines and health issues and whatever else is waking us up at night. And so I want people to know is that everyone's going to wake up. Embrace it, and then let's get you tools so you can get back to sleep. So if you do wake up after an hour of sleep, there's a way to get back to sleep. And really what you want to think about is that effort is the enemy of sleep. So the minute I start thinking, oh my God, I'm never going to sleep again, my day is going to suck tomorrow, my week is going to suck, and my month is going to suck, and my year is going to, of course you're not going to go back to sleep because your brain is super elevated. Our brains are like snow globes. If they wake up and all the snow is swirling, you're not going to force it down. So do something that's not stimulating, and then go back when you're sleepy.